Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Midgard Golf. And we're still down here in, well, kind of the St. George and Mesquite, Nevada, specifically Mesquite, Nevada area, this round, playing Conestoga Golf Club. Just a gorgeous course out here, out in the desert, nice and secluded. Just an awesome layout, too. Very cool. Just down the road from Wolf Creek, so pretty cool track to come check out if you happen to be in the area, that's for sure. And if you're liking all this content that we're putting up between Pops and I here, all these rounds, throw us a like and subscribe. You know we love your company. So we've got some more rounds to put up here from this trip, and then I've got one more from when I actually got home from this trip. But so just a little update on me. Seems like I can't stop getting injured. I just broke my leg in 3 places as I record this here. What is this? This is the 25th of January that I'm actually recording. So, yeah. Anyway, it'll be a little while for that to heal, no doubt. So hopefully I'll be able to put up some kind of content. But yeah, I'm due for some surgery. And then, once that heals, then I'll get back to swinging. So if I'm gone for a little bit, that's why. My leg is literally broken. So anyway, but back to this course here. So, yeah, this first hole here, and Dad and I are just playing this as a 2-ball scramble, see what we can do to knock out this track here, see what we can do to score well on it, hopefully. So we're playing it from 2 up, and that's going to play at 6,378 yards for us. The course tips out at 7,232. So pretty lengthy course if you're playing it from the way backs there, no doubt. But anyway, so this first hole, pretty inviting, pretty, good hole, I'd say, to shake out the willies, so to speak. So, yeah, just a few bunkers to worry about here. 2 off to the right side, one kind of right in the middle of the fairway, and then one more green side, and then one more kind of little bunker right in front of the green and kind of canted off to the left. And that's really all you have to worry about. So apart from that, just relax, take a deep breath, and enjoy this nice, relatively straight and inviting first hole. So let's give it a rip and check it out. Of course, I'm pretty much just hitting cuts right now as I play this round, so I've got the driver in hand. I'm going to just play that cut, aim it down the left line, and try to avoid that bunker off to the right. So let's give it a rip and see what we can do.
Whack it, though.
Looked a little slow, so. Good putt. Get in. Get in.
What? Oh.
Nice par.
Well, yep, there's the guarantee.
Good par to start.
Yep. Gotta love it.
All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading off to the second hole in our first par 3 of the day here, right off the rip here. So playing for us at just 144 yards, tipping out at 188. Pretty gentle par 3, I'd say, regardless of the tee box that you're playing from. And shoot, if you're playing all the way from the forwards, then it's not even 100 yards. It's just 94 yards there. And downhill at that the entire way. So playing for us at more like $1.25, somewhere in that ballpark. But apart from that, you pretty much can't miss anywhere. I mean, you've got a little bit of room to miss to the front right, but that's about it. If you miss kind of short left, lateral left, or long, then that's all going to be dead. And the green is raised up on kind of this actual plateau where there's this rock wall that's kind of, retaining all of the dirt that is the green and kind of the rest of the whole area. And then below that, a good several feet below that is the that desert terrain that you would be in if you come up short, left, or go long. So it's not like you're going to have a polite chip from that awful lie either if you miss anywhere. So that's kind of where the difficulty comes in for the hole itself here. Apart from that, you've got one bunker to worry about in the back right. However, I'd much rather be in that bunker than be, over the back over there, because that would be an almost impossible shot to come back up and get on the green from down there. So yeah, that bunker's more there to catch and protect you if you do happen to go that direction. So anyway, I am playing the 52-degree wedge. I'm going to send it up there, try to send it up really high, and stab this green. So let's give it a rip and see what we can do. All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading off to the third hole. And just another par 4 for us here, 335 yards for us, 418 from the tips. And yeah, the number 9 handicap, I'd say that's about right for the difficulty of this hole here. And it looks a lot more challenging right up front here, right off the tee box than it really is. It's a hard dog leg right, but right out in front of you, it makes it look like it's a seriously narrow hole. And then you've got that kind of rock wall right out in front of you off to the right side of the fairway that, well, kind of covers you from being able to see what the rest of the fairway looks like. But there's actually a great amount of room over there. It widens up for you quite a bit right past that rock wall. So my recommendation would be to, yeah, I mean, if you can hit it far enough to get over that rock wall, definitely do it. Because, yeah, it's a lot more forgiving the further down you go. Kind of the opposite of a lot of holes that are that kind of give you that option of wide to narrow. This one's more narrow to wide. After that, the cart path crosses the hole there right before you get into kind of the green complex area and the rough length right before it and what have you. And then there's one lone bunker just before the green, and that's basically all you have to worry about in terms of bunker trouble. So if you can hit a cut, which I definitely am, then yeah, definitely do that. That's the shape for this hole. But if you're hitting a draw, then nothing wrong with just aiming kind of to the right of that rock wall there, and then pulling it back in from there, you'll be just fine. So, when you get up there, your green approach is likely going to be slightly uphill, but not long enough for you to really have to worry much about it. So, yeah, not to worry about anything. Except for getting out into the desert terrain, because that will be certainly treacherous in that little dry riverbed, stream bed, whatever that is, off to the right there. Not where you want to be. So, hang to the left if you can. So, let's give it a rip and see what we can do.
Do it? Oh, goodness. You gave it like half a cup right, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to get that right edge.
Yeah, right edge. Get in.
Come on. Jeez. All right.
All right, ladies and gents, and here we are rolling off to the fourth hole and the number one handicap on this course. And I think that's pretty well deserved, if I do say so myself. Little par 4 playing for us at 365 and tipping out at 394, so not all that long. However, the hole is rightly sawed in half, like right in the middle of the fairway, right where most people's drive is likely to land before it would otherwise roll out. And catch a ball and wind you up in a position that you really don't want to be in. So some pretty serious elevation change here as well between the initial landing area that you're looking at from the tee box and then the green. So it'll be pretty sharply downhill after that. Yeah, so I mean, it kind of, unless you are real confident in bombing one a real long way to get down to the lower tier right off the bat, you're probably laying up on the drive here, and then you're going to wind up with probably a 200-plus yard shot to get up on the green from there, so hence the difficulty. Let's see here. Once you are making your way to the green, you've got two bunkers off to the right side of the green, one short, one to the back, and then one more bunker kind of short and left. So that's what you get to worry about there. Nothing right in front of the green, though, so that's nice. If you do happen to hit a roller, then fair chance that you might roll up onto the green to get on in regulation on your second shot there. And judging by the club that you'll likely be hitting in order to make that shot, pretty good chance that it will actually be a roller. So you've got that working out for you as well. So yeah, real strategy hole here. I'm saying, you know, if you can get out of here with a par, then great. If you can somehow squeeze out a birdie out of this hole, then you are one serious champion, that's for sure. And yeah, just a short apology here. So yeah, in order to keep the camera cool enough to continue to work in this 100+ degree heat, so I'm using a wide brim hat to do that. So sorry for the green approach shot that you're about to see here in the hat. That that kind of fell in front of the lens, so my apologies. But without further ado, let's check out this seriously cool hole here and see what Dad and I can do about salvaging some kind of good score out of it. Let's check it out.
Oh, God! These burning edges like it's a job today. Alright, inside right edge. Oh, wow. Need it on the flip side, too. And it still stayed out. Huh. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading off to the fifth hole. And the second and final par 3 for us for this first part of this two-part series out here at Conestoga Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada. So, this par 3 here playing for us at only 160 yards, tipping out at 208. So, pretty modest par 3 again, I'd say. And downhill pretty much the entire way. So, playing a little bit shorter than that for the yardage, no doubt, as well. That said, it's forced carry pretty much the entire way, so you really can't miss short. And also, there's not a whole lot of room for you to play with to the back either, so if you miss too terribly long, then you might find yourself, either with a really terrible lie up against that giant rock in the back there, that kind of little hill, and or with your ball just being gone in general. Obviously, also to the right is some more desert terrain where if you carve one out there, that ball's likely going to be gone. Or you'll have to hit up over yet another kind of rock retaining wall to get up on the green tier. Kind of a neat theme on this course. Over to the left, though, it's blind. However, there is a little bit of room to miss over there off to the left of the green. So if you do have to pick a direction to miss, so far as left and right is concerned, I'd say left is actually the better side to do so, to keep you up on at least the correct plane, elevation-wise, to try to get up and down from there. There's also a hidden bunker over there off to the left that you really can't see from the tee box, and then one that you can very clearly see off to the right side of the green. And that's pretty much all you've got to worry about on this hole. But at that yardage, we're not worried about any of it, are we? We're just trying to hit that yardage, send it up in the air, and stab this green. So I have the pitching wedge in hand, playing about 150 yards for us with the hill. So let's see if I can't do just that. Stab this green. Let's check it out.
Beautiful. Get all over it. Nice! Yeah! Good shot. quit. Oh, God, it did try to come back.
Oh my goodness.
Good luck.
Thanks. Come on now. Come on now.
Man, Jesus.
All right. Well, pars are good.
All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading off to the 6th hole. And finally, the first of 2 par 5s for this front 9 out here at Conestoga. So, pretty crazy par 5 here. Playing for us at just 490 yards and tipping out at 536. So, again, the yardage isn't too crazy, compared to a whole lot of par 5s out there. However, the hole is not very wide. I mean, wide enough to where you could hit driver if you wanted to. However, the hole is chopped into thirds. That's right, thirds. So, I mean, really, if you count the tee box, it's kind of chopped into quads here, or whatever you want to call that. Because you've got forced carry, right, obviously, right in front of you here, to make it to the first fairway. That first fairway will run out and gets chopped by some desert terrain. That'll be, a defilade of positionally speaking from the second tiny little fairway, and that second tiny fairway is then again chopped off before you make it to the final fairway, which will lead you on up to the green. So yeah, I mean, you really have to strategize this hole well to stay out of the desert, that's for sure. Driver here, if you're a big hitter, then oh boy, let me tell you, you're likely going to be trying to get all the way over the first fairway that you can see right out in front of you and carry it all the way down to a blind second fairway. That's kind of an island fairway, if you will, further down there and kind of off to the left. So, take into account that you won't be able to see where your ball is heading so far as landing area goes. And the amount of area that you have to land that ball is, unforgiving. It's very small. So probably a bad idea, even if you are a big hitter. This was probably just going to cost you a stroke and possibly a ball. After that, I think most players are going to forego even dealing with the second fairway at all if you happen to lay up into the first fairway and just go straight down into the third fairway from there. However, if you're a really, really short hitter and you did have to hit onto that second fairway, with like a little 9-iron or something like that, like whatever your 160 club is, somewhere in that ballpark, and then attack the green from there, that's another option you have too. It'll just make your approach shot kind of unnecessarily long, but your call. So far as bunker trouble is concerned, only one bunker to really worry about here, and it's this nice big, long, snaking bunker right before the green. And that's about it. Well, actually, no, I take it back. And then there's this other bunker that on the overhead imagery here kind of blends in with the background. That's right behind the green as well. So the green is sandwiched to the front and rear by sand traps. And then the green itself is nestled up on a volcano for you. So a whole lot to consider on this hole, that's for sure. So take heed, hit them straight, and try to make something happen on this crazy par 5. Anyway, I have the 5-iron in hand to tee off with, so let's give it a rip and see what we can do.
Finally a birdie.
Sick. Well done. Good shot, Dad. Put it down. Sick.
All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading off to the 7th hole in the number 17 handicap on this course. And I think that's probably about right. Pretty short par 4 here. Playing for us at only 276 yards and tipping out at 324. Yeah, drivable no matter who you are, I'd say. And yeah, from the forwards here, what do we got? 292. No, I'm sorry. Excuse me. 185. Yeah, from the forwards. So yeah, drivable no matter who you are, that's for sure. However, that said, the hole plays pretty well uphill the entire way. So actually playing a little bit longer than that, probably about 25 yards or so. So probably for us playing around 300 yards, but still drivable for most people, I'd say. But yeah, certainly not without its risks. So the fairway itself, snaking and very narrow there. You've got a nice little landing area out right there in front of you, short, if you want to just lay up. But then that kind of snakes off to the left, and with this big old fairway bunker that kind of carves into the hole off to the right. And then after that, the fairway kind of curves back to the right as you approach the green, with only one more lone bunker awaiting you just to the left of the green, up there. So, anyway, yeah, apart from the narrowness of this hole, not a whole lot to worry about, and the fade shape is definitely what you want here, and that happens to be, of course, what I'm hitting. So, I'm happy about it. Taking the driver out there, just going to aim it at kind of that tree that's the tallest tree out there to the left, and put a cut on it back from there. So let's give it a rip and see what we can do on this incredibly gorgeous little par 4 here, surrounded by this amphitheater of houses up there on the rock wall. Pretty neat. Let's check it out.
Yeah, baby. How about that? How about that for a shiggity shot? Oh, yeah. Oh! And changing my swing thought. Like... Nice! Back-to-back birds. Gotta love that. Sweet.
All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading to the 8th hole and our final par 4 for this front 9 out here at Conestoga. And a really pretty one it is, I dare say. Especially with the reveal, how you're kind of going through the desert here. Can't see any of the hole, and then it just kind of presents itself to you. I know a lot of courses are judged on, at least in part, by the reveals that holes offer, which is pretty cool. And this course certainly has that, no doubt about it. Certainly has a lot of things. It's just awesome out here. And the staff was really good, really great people out here as well. They really took care of us. So huge kudos, big thanks to the staff out here. Super cool. Anyway, so this last par 4 here, playing for us at 388, tipping out at 458. So pretty lengthy from the tips, indeed. First kind of seriously lengthy hole that we've seen relative to the par of any given hole on this course here. So apart from that, though, pretty straightforward hole. I mean, literally, there's no dog legs in it at all. It just goes straight. And the fairway, certainly wide enough to play driver, so that's absolutely what we're doing here. So far as bunker trouble is concerned, you've got a bunker kind of in the first third of the fairway up there off to the right-hand side, and then you don't have another bunker all the way up until you get almost green sides, kind of just short of the bunker about 15 yards or so, or just short of the green about 15 yards or so to the right, and then another little tiny bunker off to the left of the green. The green itself is actually relatively small on this hole, though, compared to a lot of the greens on this course, so you've got that to deal with too. Anyway, yeah, apart from that, just not a whole lot to worry about. So, driver in hand, just going to try to cut it up over the left side there and bring it back in from there. So, a lot of force carry to deal with right off the rip on this tee box too, so there's that. So, let's give it a rip and see what we can do.
Do it. Do it. Oh. Nice. Okay. Go ahead, put it in. There it is.
All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading off to the 9th hole. And of course, the final hole for this first part of this two-part series out here at Conestoga Golf Club. So thank you guys again so much for watching another video with us at Midgard Golf. We hope to see you back sometime soon. Or back to check out some of the other content that we've got on the channel. We're closing up on 200 videos on the channel here. And yeah, I only do full course vlogs, so... any video that you pull, it's going to be a full 9 holes. And yeah, if I only played 9 that day, then that's the 9 that'll be it. If I played 18 that day, then yep, the part 2 of that will always be the remainder of that 18. And then there's a couple of times where I played 27, like up at Breckenridge, where it's a 3-part series with all 27 holes. So if you're looking for a channel that's got every hole played out for you every time, then look no further than right here. So anyway, without further ado, back to the hole here. So this last hole here, closing it up strong with a big old par 5, playing for us at 536 yards, tipping out at 595. So pretty solid in terms of distance. And for the shape of the hole here, it's a big old swooping dogleg right here. So yeah, faders, be happy. So makes me happy today for sure. Yeah, and a nice big wide fairway to play with. So no reason not to bust driver. That's exactly what we're going to do. So far as bunker trouble is concerned, you've got one bunker kind of off there in the first portion of the fairway off to the right side. And then you'll have another bunker just before the fairway kind of squiggles up to the green off to the right side. Once you get up the green side, you're going to have one more bunker that's just before this lake. First water hazard that we've seen on this course, and a big old water hazard at that. But you don't have to worry about it until you're making your approach onto the green anyway. So don't worry about it for your drive. Safely out of reach for pretty much everyone in the world. So you're good. And then yeah, and then there's another one left of the green itself, so that the first one I just mentioned is kind of about 30-40 yards short of the green. There's another bunker left of the green lateral, and then another one kind of in the front and to the right side of the green as well, so far as bunker guardianship. Those bunkers off to the left, though, let me tell you, you'll be happy that they're there if you happen to get into them, because if you weren't, then the slope that would otherwise be there if the bunker wasn't would likely get your ball wet down in that drink. So really those bunkers are there to kind of give you a little bit of reprieve and you know, saving grace from otherwise losing your ball in that big old lake there. So that's actually kind of nice. Apart from that, pretty inviting green. Backboard support to the directly to the rear and to the right. So if you do happen to hug the left side up against that water to make your approach shot up onto the green, then yeah, that should set you up to have just pretty much backboard support all the way around for your angle onto it there. If you do happen to hug the right side, then obviously you're going to have some sideboard support off to the right from that angle and a little bit to the back. And then, of course, you'll have that water to really worry about off to the left. So I'm saying that the left side is the good approach angle onto the green on this hole. So, without further ado, let's give it a rip, big old D-stick in hand, and see what we can't do on this final hole. And hopefully we'll see you next time on the back nine to this awesome course down here in Mesquite, Nevada. And until then, as always, have a great day. Come on back, Paul. Stayed out.
Good speed. So
Really
they go right at it. Right at it.
More. Solid. Gotta love it.
Never complain about a par.